Welcome back to stream. I'll be back with you in a few minutes. Still with the boys getting them ready for school, but I'm in a trade that could be the last trade for the session or for this phase 2. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. And yeah, enjoy. Good morning. I'm back. So boys off Discord now. Focus on this a little bit. So as you can see, I am buying gold. Good morning. I'm back. Checking audio is clear. All right. So yeah, as you can see, I'm buying gold. I am now 0.3% away from hitting my objective for phase 2. To be honest, I had it in the bag 2 times already this morning, but I've been messing around. Maybe I started the day a bit too early. Maybe I let the emotions get to me. Maybe I was distracted, and maybe this trade doesn't play out. But with all that taken into account, actually, let me explain this properly. Give me a sec. All right, so some free game again. So if you've been following, I've been trading gold for last few days. Got a trend on the daily, and on H1 you can see we have pole and flag going on. And I've said what I want to do now is trade with the trend, and if the trend doesn't hold up, it's usually a break in structure that pulls it back, and that's a scalp. Yeah. So that's what happened this morning. So I got up early, I don't know, couldn't sleep, just decided to get into the market, probably because I was so close to the profit target to complete objective, to complete the phase 2 of this challenge. So probably why I got up a little bit earlier than usual. I was here, there's structure here, so we had a uptrend, higher lows, and at this point here it broke. So before it broke, I was actually trying to buy it, and I got into a rubbish buy, a terrible buy up here to continue this trend. Stop loss. I can't even share where the stop loss was. It was ridiculous. But as it was going against me, as it broke, let me just get the trade history up. There you go. So I bought it up here. As it was going against me here, I got out. So the stop loss was just there. I said, you know what? This is exactly what you don't want to see. Take the loss. So I took about 1% loss there. Then it confirmed that it was breaking down further. So I sold it from there. So got out, sold it. And then I exited my position here. I expected it actually to go a lot further, which it did. And I expected, where was it? I expected it to get back into here, this break of this high here. Okay. Oops, what did I just do there? Let's cancel that quickly. Just move my stop loss by accident. 10. I'll get taken out of that move. Need to at 200. I'm happy to lose 200. Yeah, that's fine. Back to where you were. Okay, cool. So on this break of this candle, I expected price to come back to use this as a support if it's to continue its uptrend. So I sold it towards that zone, and I got out as it got in there. I got out maybe 2 or 3 points too early. Okay, because if I waited a little bit, that would have been the end of this trading session and this phase 2. So as I got out a bit too early here, let's go back to trade history. As you can see, as I got out a bit too early from this red line here, I decided to buy it. At the back of my mind, at the same time, I wanted to try catch it all on stream. So I bought it, let it draw down. As it comes back up, I was meant to hold it to here again, but I took this off here because I wanted to leave the runner to try and continue what I read. So this is an issue I've got, just trading on stream. I want to get everything done on stream. I'm not actually focusing on just passing, because I could have passed 2 times now. I could reach that profit target twice now, but I wanted to catch it on stream. So this could work out, it may not work out. So I've adjusted my risk to only lose $200. So I'll still have my profitable day of 0.5, which is the most important thing for me actually. So if I get the profitable day today, Thursday, I then got tomorrow to get the remaining 0.5 to complete the phase 2 challenge. However, if this holds up, if the read is correct and it does run to TP now, game over, it's done. So there is a chance that it pulls past my entry and hits my stop loss. As you see on the previous examples here, the broke structure came down, came up, consolidates, then come back down and got underneath that low, right? So it could come back down and get underneath this low before it starts moving up again, if at all it decides to continue moving up. So I could get stopped out. I am not perfect and I do make mistakes. So I could get stopped out. My stop loss should be under there, but because of the profit I made, I only want to lose 0.2. That's all I want to lose from this trade if it happens. So yeah, that's where we are. The entry is okay, but I can see it coming down to fill this imbalance a bit more before it goes off. And if it does come down, it could come down as far as here. Because here's where we had the breaking structure. When it was going down here, it broke with this candle. So it could come back all the way down there. Or maybe it just wants that. So that would be the first resistance, potentially, of this down push. If it's trying to push down, it comes here, may hold there, and then push up to continue the higher time frame uptrend. So that's a key price point. We're going to see how that plays out. My stop loss is based on where I want to, what I'm happy to lose. It should be under the swing low here. And yeah, that's where we are. Quick update. So gotta keep an eye on that. Hopefully we get this within the session. It could take another 2 or 3 hours, to be honest. We are still 15 minutes before London session starts. It could be waiting for London session to get some real volume to try to take these highs up here. I don't need it all the way out there. I just need it here to complete this. To be honest, I could just close this and just look for $300 elsewhere, but we'll see. EURUSD. So yesterday I did say I'll keep an eye on this, and if it gets up to this zone, I will be selling this. Just get into positions here and just sell it. So that's what I considered doing. It's still a play that's worth doing, but there's a lot of room for it to push up a lot further before it starts coming down. I said I would need to see a breaker structure. Got the breaker structure, so I could sell this actually and get the money from there. But gold is a good trade. Actually, I'm going to close this gold position. Not that I don't believe in it. It's just this euro one, I did say I'm going to sell it. And it's right there. And it's a really quick win if I'm right. And that concludes this account. So I only need $300. If I put some size on it, I should be able to get in with 3 pips. So I'm going to start selling EURUSD, looking for 3 pips to conclude this account. And hopefully when volume kicks in, I get that. I'm going to use a very generous stop loss to give it room to wiggle within this range. If it pulls all the way against me, I'm going back to step 1, essentially. I'm starting the balance on probably 0, and I have to do this all again. I mean, today's Thursday. I've spent about 4 days now on this. So even if it does take me back to 0, it's what I deserve, really. I'm going way too fast. I need to be a lot more patient with the funded account anyway. So I'm happy to spend another week on phase 2 trying to make 5%. My reads have been really good, so I'm confident in that. I do believe this goes down to sell, break these equal lows that's marked out. I do believe it sells from this zone. There's a chance I may be wrong. I'm going to check news quickly, make sure that it's not that risky, this trade. And then, yeah, I'll leave it for the 3 pips. Maybe I should set my stop loss and TP first. $53.2. Just in case. 15. I would not recommend putting this amount of size for a trade like this. You do need to give it space before it moves out. But my situation, I know I'm more likely to get 3 pips before it goes and takes this zone. So that's why I just put some size on it to quickly get these 3 pips. Is it 3 pips exactly? Let's make sure. I don't want to end up with $1 left to do. Okay, yeah, that's clean. So let's just zoom in a little bit, make sure this is $300. I don't need $400. I only need 3. 2, 313. That's 320. That should be more than enough. Just break these lows. Make sure my math is right. Yeah, 320 is enough. Alright, so we may get it concluded here with this drive here. So 3 pips should be able to get it quite easily. Market fluctuates 5 pips here, 5 pips there. So just getting 3 pips to run these lows, especially what's going on the higher time frame with these equal lows, it's not that high of a risk. And based on the fact that my zone is massive, that's the risk. But I do believe 3 pips is easy from here. So risky way to end it, but I know I'm gonna get it quickly. Look at that, I missed it by $1. Okay, I need to sell this again. No, I should have put more. All right. Need to make $54 now. No, stop this loss this time. $54. Let's see if we get it. Yeah, sometimes this happens. Prop firms will say it's the spreads and stuff, but as you see, I should have got that over. It's just the way they calculate it. Should have left it a little bit more. That's fine, my mistake. Let's get this $54 remaining and conclude. Yeah, I didn't check news. Need to make sure there's no news releases due now that may affect my position. Okay, so there's nothing until New York session. You got retail sales and core retail sales today. PPI, yeah, there's a lot of news later today. So it could expect some volume, and maybe that volume goes to run these equal lows down here. So we'll see how that plays out. But yeah, hopefully I'm not here to find out. So I'm gonna get my stop loss back in, and then let this get to my TP. 17, 22. Okay, let's calculate that again. That's $53 I need. Okay. I'm gonna make it $10 above what I need to get back out of the zone. That should be it. Keep an eye on it and may close it manually as well. So I'm asking for on these equal lows here. That's nice to see. I think it's about a pip. And I may reduce my stop loss. I think I got a nice swing higher there. I could just leave it on. Yeah, so I'm asking for about a pip. So I should get that. There's $30. And I'm going to reduce my stop loss. There's a swing higher there that I like. And just in case this doesn't go, okay, well, they don't need to adjust it. There you go. I was going to move my swing stop loss to the swing higher. That would have been safer. Even if this zone doesn't hold any push up higher, I'll take a small loss. But yeah, done. That's 5%. I'm very happy. I am going to have an early day. I'm going to do a quick market review for you guys, let you know my thoughts. But obviously, I won't be trading tomorrow, won't be streaming tomorrow. I'll probably get my account set up, my funded account set up for tomorrow. But I won't trade tomorrow. I'll be back on Monday, starting again with the funded account. My approach with the funded account will be very similar to to catch a trend. And then if there's a reversal, break a structure, scalp it. That's my setup that I'm running with. And I'm going to use a lot less size because I don't need to hit the 10% profit target to be able to make a withdrawal. I just need to make profit within 2 weeks and I can make a withdrawal. So that's the plan. I'm going to be a lot more patient, a lot more streams, people. So if you want to join the stream, be notified and all that, hit the subscribe button. If you appreciated that I've done phase 1 and phase 2 on live stream, which is very rare. I don't think anyone does this. I don't know if anyone does this on YouTube. I haven't seen anyone do a prop firm challenge and stream it, going through the phases and stuff like that to reaching the objective. I haven't seen it. Maybe there's 1 or 2 people, but you know the majority of people, what they do, they don't do this. So if you appreciate that I am doing this and sharing it with you guys and sharing all my knowledge, because I have had a few questions, if the setups you use work, if you can reach, if you get funded, and if you have had a funded account and all this, and now I can show you. So that's what was important. I didn't want to just talk about it. I want to be able to show you guys. I think I've achieved that. So quickly checking on you guys, and I know it's a bit early, so most of you probably not here yet, but when you join the stream, when you see the stream, yeah. What's up, Elma? So yeah, Elma, I believe you mentioned that earlier. So yes, it's possible. I've been funded a few times. It just needs to be patient, and then you will see the setups. So recommendation for you, Elma, higher time frames, read the structure. The structure is the same on a lower time frame as it is on a higher time frame. Read the structure, mark out your key points where you want to see price respect and so on, where you want to see, where you think price will react to and so on. Mark it all up. Lower time frame, when it enters into your zone, that's when you look for the trade rather than just jumping in, because that's what I've been doing. That's what's been working. So thank you for that. But yeah, yeah, be patient. I've got 3 years experience now. I've unlearned a lot of things, and now I'm just trying to apply what works. So be patient, yeah? It may take a while to unlearn bad habits. Yesterday I struggled. I was really wanted just to conclude this account. Yesterday I struggled, but I fought the temptation of over trading, stayed away from the market. Very glad I did, and it worked. So you need to unlearn a lot of things, take a break, come back, and simplify it. Higher time frame down to a lower time frame. Trade with the trend on the higher time frame. If it reverses, scout the reversal. That's it. That's my structure. That's my plan. Okay. So hopefully that helps you, Elma. Wishing you the best of luck and all this good stuff. So zoom out quickly, and I'll give you guys a quick market projection, my expectations, and then I'm gonna go and take, I don't know, I actually do got things to do this morning, so it's good. I need to draw up some spreadsheets, got a property that I'm looking at. Where to start? Sip of water. Okay. So this count is still open and it will stay open until the day ends because I need to, this will be my third profitable day. But tomorrow I won't have a count. So last opportunity to look at the charts. So I'm going to enjoy it here. Let's start with DAX. Zoom out. So this is an example of what I'm talking about, Elmer. Zoom out on the DAX on H1. You see consolidation here, then it started trending up, creating higher lows and higher highs in the process. Okay, consolidates here a few days, then continues its trend. At this point here where I've got it marked up, it created a higher low here, but this high isn't a higher high. So that was an indication of the structure's changing. Breaks down here, creating a lower low. If from this previous low to this, that's a lower low. And as you can see, pulls up, respecting that previous high, and pulls all the way down. That was the start of the downtrend here. So currently it is downtrending. It's got to a price point here based on the imbalance. Maybe here it looks for a reversal. Too early to say, and that's why I haven't been trading DAX recently. It's filled the gap that I expected, but now it could be pushing back up. And if it's pushing back up, I would expect Euro to push back down. And as you saw, I scalped Euro down because it's reached the zone where it should be sold from, and this has reached the zone it should be bought from. So that being said, argument for buy in DAX. Do I get in here? No clear indication that this is holding for a buy, and it's still respecting this trend line currently. I don't really do trend lines, but there is a trend line there. You can see the lower highs there and still respecting it. Some people, when it gets up here, they'll buy this. Not my style. I just like to see a little bit more price action before I do something. There is a lot of news today, so maybe it's not the best day to try to get into a long position where you need to hold it. So currently DAX is trending down, but it is in a zone it could be bought up from. So it's 50-50. I would stay away from DAX for now. I think the same, yeah. So this is more implicit to what I am saying. We've got a low here, higher low, but then a lower low. So it's actually consolidating right now. It's not moving nowhere, and that's probably due to the news release that's due today. It's going to shake up the market a lot. So people, if you are trading today, be cautious. A lot of news out today. This could, send it down, then send it back up, both ways before anything happens. So if you are trading, try to trade before news. And if you are trading during the New York session, try to trade maybe an hour or two after news when things calm down a bit and there's a clear direction. So same with FTSE, higher lows, higher highs, work structure here, currently trending down. Even this push up that broke the previous day, it respected the actual flag. So this is a flag. It didn't respect this one, but it respected the one that caused the push down. So structurally, this could still be sold, and this looks more like a sell to me than a buy. So if I say DAX was 50-50, this will be more like 60-40 towards the sell side than a buy. Okay, keep it as simple like that. Gold, I expected to still go up. That's why I bought it. Structurally, if you look on the daily, it's still trending up strong. It's not the same like FTSE or DAX, who consolidate a little bit going sideways. Gold is trending up. So it's just pulled back into a flag from this side to this low. That's the zone. It pulled back into it here. It was at this point here, I marked it already. That's the resistance where, look, resisted there, resisted, broke it, resisted. That's a key price point. Tagged into that key price point and it's pushing up now. So breaking this high that it's about to break, this H1 high, that will give me more confidence that it is continuing to go up, and I would expect it to go up further and try to break this high Yeah, that's 42.42, which is confirming everything that I saw, that this is a break. This is a flag. This is a pull out. It flags back into that zone, and it's going to try to pull out. And what I sold here was just essentially a pullback. So if that's just a pullback, we're going to get a continuation of the trend possibly, and it goes higher. So if I was to buy something, it could be gold. The problem is this is equal lows. The structure that is sending it up currently, this here, I would prefer to have seen a pole, a flag, a pole, a flag, a fake continuation, then going up. It didn't give a fake continuation, and that's why I actually got out of that position instead of trying to hold it to TP, even though it's almost there. TP was here. I got out of that and went to Euro because I didn't get that fake before continuing. So it could actually still push down here. But if I was to make a decision, I would say it's more likely to be a buy based on the fact on the higher time frame, it's a strong trend, and all it's done is pull back to the previous flag. So structurally, it's still doing the same thing. So I'm more inclined to believe it's a buy. So again, 60-40, maybe even 70-30 as a buy, but the entry is the difficult bit. Like I caught it down here, aggressive entry. Caught it down there, aggressive entry as it entered the zone. If you want to buy it here, you can buy it on this break, stop loss underneath there, but you got all this that it could pull back into. So if you're going to buy it from here, try and manage it tight, because if it breaks this, good, it could take those highs, but it may come back down here because it needs to feel this a little bit more. But there's a potential buy here in gold. But yeah, I'm more bullish on gold, basically. Bullish on gold, bearish on FTSE. DAX, too hard to say, but if it's in line to what I'm seeing, bearish on DAX and currently, and bearish on Euro currently. Euro is a harder one. It likes to consolidate. If you see on the daily, it likes to consolidate. But what I saw, we currently have a downtrend based on the daily and H1. But yeah, let's just simplify it. Let's just read what we can see. Currently has a downtrend. So lower highs here. It's broke that lower high here, but it's entered this zone where it's still valid. You know, broke it here, pulled up, broke it here, and this, it wasn't sold from here. It pulled all the way back to this zone, from this top, this high to this low. That's the zone. Yeah, pulled all the way there, consolidated, then it started pushing back down. So that could be what's going on here. So you may get a pull down here, may get up here again, a few more days, then eventually start pushing down. That's why it's hard to read, because it likes to consolidate a lot. But I did say when it gets to this zone, I would be selling it. There is a sell there. There is a reason for it to go down. You got the equal lows at the bottom. So I wouldn't say this is definitely not a reversal to continue. It can hold, but I just don't believe in this as a reversal to continue. So I'm more inclined to believe that Euro is still selling. So now typically Euro goes down, DAX goes up. So could be wrong on a lot of things today, but that's why I say I'm not sure about DAX. It's a 50-50. I'm not sure about Euro right now, but it's more inclined to sell because of the zone. Gold is a buy, and FTSE looks like a sell, but you never know with FTSE. It looks like a sell structurally, but we never know. We're going to see how it plays out. I'm going to hang out with you guys a little bit, and then I'll end the stream. What are you looking at today, Elmer? No, I don't really celebrate these wins. It just gets me emotional. If you pass a account and you celebrate it, you get very confident, and then when you get the funded account, that's when it goes wrong. So I just need to treat it like it's a normal day. I am happy about it, but no cause for celebration yet. Passing the first profit target of the funded account, giving me 10k. I'm gonna celebrate a little bit with that. Go a little shopping spree maybe or something like that. But other than that, this is just the hurdle. This is the first objective to get funded, or the second objective. I'm funded now, and yeah, I can't let it move me. The same way taking a loss, you can't let it upset you too much. You know, same way when you feel anxious. Yesterday I felt really anxious because I just wanted to get this done. I was on 4,000. I had 1% left. I really wanted to get this done. So FTSE may be a sell. It's just broken. It's about to break this candle. It's about to break this candle, and it's still holding its structure. So it could be a sell on FTSE. Let's see what it looks like on M5. Okay, no, I wouldn't say so. It's too early. It may just come back up before it sells again. I don't think there's news to justify that either, like this big drawdown. So normally I would like I said previously with the gold one, I like to see it fake up, continue, comes down here, holds, do a fake continuation, then break structure. Here it looks like it just broke structure without the fake continuation, which makes me wary. So wouldn't touch FTSE yet. We are in London session. Maybe that drive was just because of the London session. And as I said, there is news today. Maybe it consolidates onto news. So maybe. Lots of maybes. But as you can see, FTSE still hasn't completed this gap. I called out, I think it was Monday. DAX has. And DAX is still pushing down. So maybe there's an entry for FTSE. Let's see if DAX did it the way I prefer to see it. Okay, so it just dropped as well. So maybe it's just a news reaction currently. But it could be enough to get underneath these lows. FTSE's going. Let me check out gold. Yeah, so could caught it on the top with the break of the H1. I guess, yeah, the sensible guy, Elmer, if you do get a nice pullback here, then you get that break in the candle, enter there with a stop loss just underneath it, that'll be better. So essentially what this happened there, so you got this pullback here, then you broke the candle here, enter there, stop loss just underneath there. Even though you got the risk on there, it held for a good scalp. And if it pushes, if you hold it with a runner, it gets above there, could be good. You may not get that pullback. It may just be in this because it's been quite aggressive. Where it was this being a dip. People buy the dip, try to catch the dip and try to see it come back. So it may not stay around too long. It may just push back up. You got London session volume kicking in. So, but yeah, it is the best approach to be patient, let it try to pull back, then give you a better entry with a reduced risk rather than just jumping in and hoping. So yeah, but gold seems like I think out of the four that I'm looking at, gold is the sensible play. It's got clear structure, everything on the higher time frames making sense, lower time frames making sense. It's not consolidating at all. It's just moving. So yeah, I would like to see you get down here to complete this move. And it means the read was right. Gold to get above here to complete the move. It's just FTSE and DAX right now is 50-50 for me. See, it broke, but it's pulling back up. As I said, it didn't get the right shoulder, that fake continuation. So I can see it coming back up. Yeah. If it comes back up, then breaks again, then I feel more inclined to believe it. Believe it wants to go. DAX wants to go. Don't trust DAX right now. It could still be brought up. We'll see. DAX and Euro normally work in accordance with one another, but it may take a while before you could actually see the structure. And just gonna clean up all of this and get ready for Monday. Fresh charts when I start. Okay, so I was right about the gold trade so far. I would have got TP. Even though I got out of it, I would have got TP. Happy to see that. You know, when you buy it here and you get all this drawdown, it's a bit worrying, but structure-wise, I got the read right. I'm going to be taking less risk with the funded account. I was being very aggressive with this one because it is phase 2, 10% maximum drawdown and 5% profit target. The odds are in my favor to succeed, so I was just being a bit aggressive for it. But with the funded account, I will be more cautious. Definitely less risk. So if you are new to this stream, I am trading the 5%ers 100k high stakes challenge. This is phase 2 and the profit target was to hit 5%, which is $5,000. As you can see, I've done that. This account is still open because I need to also hit the objective of having 3 profitable days, which is a minimum of 0.5% to be considered a profitable day. Today would be my 3rd profitable day. So I actually just need to sit tight now, let the day end, and I should get an email saying, well done. Here is your new funded account. I should get that hopefully tomorrow morning. I may post it, probably not, but I may post it. And on Monday, I will have the new funded account. So if you're new to the stream and you want to see how I get on with the funded account, I will be streaming again on Monday with 100k funded account. Sounds good. Definitely gonna mention that a few times, but yeah, still got a long way to hit that 10% profit target for the 100k funded account to make $10,000. That's my objective for the end of this quarter, to take that $10,000. That means I had a very good year. I've been funded a few times this year, and I wanted to just keep this account now. It's the ideal amount I've always wanted to trade with, 100k, and that's why I switched to this program. So I can afford to be patient with it. That's a plan. Okay, so you were looking good now for the read. Got into the zone, selling from there. It could be just a quick scalp. You could hold it a little bit. Problem is this resistance here, based on this previous daily high, we can see how it reacts to this price point. This 1647.6. If it gets past there, maybe get some back and forth, but I believe it should then go for these lows here. The higher time frame is more important than the hourly, you know, so the daily is more important than the hourly, what we're seeing on the daily, which is a downtrend. So if it breaks this daily low, there's no reason it doesn't go for this daily low, which is an equal low at the bottom. So I can see it going there. Stop loss would just be above the swing high. it could pull up, break this, then New York session slow down and just drop. So it could do that as well, but I'm inclined to believe Euro is a sell currently. All right. Elmer, did you jump in on gold? You may get an opportunity at the top before it breaks this high. It may pull back in again, but you may just want to be aggressive and break through. Still better to be cautious though. Okay. So, wanted a quick short stream today. Worked out really well. Very happy to end it here. I'm not going to stick in front of the screen longer than I need to. Hopefully, you guys have found this beneficial. And if you want to see more, you know what to do. Hit the subscribe button and get notified when I'm on stream again, possibly Monday. And I'll be trading the 100K account, funded account. And if you want to support the channel, hit the like button, share the video, and let's get a little community get started here with actual traders trading. So yeah, I'm going to sign up for now. This is Patrick. Until next time. Peace.